Hello, everyone. It seems a bit strange to be giving you an update. It's been a minute and a half since I last said something, but I thought I would update you on life in Valencia right now. Nothing much has changed. It feels like Groundhog Day 2075. Um, and I said, it feels strange to be saying something when we are watching the news and we've been worried about family back in Texas. So we haven't really felt like doing anything, and it's been strange. Everywhere is still shut except for pharmacies and grocery stores and essential places. And even the big stores have like really lowered capacity for people being in there. So a lot of people stop going, and you don't see the streets, as full as they used to be. Whole streets are just completely empty except for like maybe take out one or two kebab places that might be open for people to just get takeout. And it actually gave me a jolt the first time I saw people eating on the street, because it's something you don't see here. You're so used to everybody sitting down and, watching the crowds go by, and, you nurse your drink or your food for 2 hours while watching people. And now to just walk on the street and see people eating is just very strange. It's amazing what you get used to once you're, in a different place, in a different frame of mind. So I'll show just a taking a walk recently and seeing how the streets just look. It's not very joyful, and the fatigue is really settling in. And there were some protests. We were supposed to have the restaurants open as of February 15th, but that didn't happen. And there was talk of over 2,000 restaurant owners that were going to open in defiance because another province did it a while ago and they were successful in keeping it open. But despite the whole protest at the city council, they were denied, and it was extended till March 1st because we still continue to have the highest numbers in the country. My hopes are dimming that it's going to happen March 1st, to tell you the truth, because recently there was a rapper, apparently a very popular one, but that's not my scene, who was arrested for saying some bad things about the royal family and one other person or some other politician. And so he was arrested, and there have been really big protests about his arrest and the demand for him to be released. Amnesty International is involved with this, and there are some other big groups that you know have a part in this, and they're demanding that he be released because now it's starting to infringe on people's right to speak. I don't know what it is. From what I could understand, he said something like, somebody deserves to be killed or something. And the first night, it wasn't a really big turnout here in Valencia, but in his hometown up north, there was a huge amount of people at the protest. The second night and the third night, it got really big in Valencia, and the riot, Guardia Civil were out, and the protesters were out in full force, and it was hundreds and hundreds of people, at least that I could see from the video. So I'm sure in the next week or two, there's going to be another huge spike, which may prevent the governor from, reopening the restaurants. So that's going to be interesting for now, to see what happens because of that. One of the things that made me laugh, I guess, was while everything is completely shut everywhere in the city, apparently the Opera House was still allowed to open, and all the rich people could still go and watch their shows. And that was a sore point with a lot of people. And when, that became public knowledge, it caused some sort of brouhaha, and that was discontinued. But I understand they're probably starting up again soon. So it looks like maybe some things have one set of rules for the rich and one set of rules for everybody else. So it's going to be interesting what happens later on. But I have no hope now for March 1st being the start of things to come. And it's starting to get to me. I am getting very bored, even though I am keeping myself busy. And I don't know where the day goes between the dogs and walking, and, the days kind of like roll into one, but it's starting to just be the same thing. And I want to go out, and I'm tired of making my own homemade burritos. I want a burrito in a restaurant and my margarita, which, I'm so missing because they don't sell the ingredients for margarita. You cannot get margarita mix anywhere. I tried to order it on Amazon, and with the shipping, a bottle was going to cost me like $67, which, I like margaritas, but I don't like it that much. So anyway, that's what we have for you this week. I hope everybody's doing well. I know, Texas is having a really hard time right now, but I hope everything works out. And I feel bad for the loss of lives. And it's just been a very strange year, starting from March of 2020. And unfortunately, I think we have a lot more in store for us. 2021, I thought was going to be a little bit better, but I don't know. The Spanish government is running behind on the vaccines. So we were scheduled for the third quarter to get our vaccinations, but I have a feeling it's going to be moved way back. So there you have it. Thanks a lot for joining me. And like I said, please stay safe. Do as much as you can. Hopefully this thing will be over sooner than later. Bye.